You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1313 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy on this podcast. Follow, like, and set to auto download if you don't mind. Today, we've got more Jason Momoa and the return of some other trends in your cup of coffee in the big time. By George and aggressive authority figures from Mark, and the best DUI of all time to discuss with Pat to close things out. Wes is not here. He got a flat tire. So
on the new car. Oof, rough string of auto luck for that dude.
Really, first car pelted to death by hail. Now he's got a flat tire on the new car. Tough.
Damn.
It's tough for Wes.
It is.
I saw the proof of life photo he sent in the thread to let us know that he wasn't lying about
The stab tire.
the flat.
But did you see it? But did you see it was his knife?
What was it? Is there something in the tire?
I honestly,
Please,
as soon as I
it's
saw the
flat,
photo, I stopped reading. Bring me up to speed here.
Yeah. But then him and the boy went and got free burritos. He's like, I'm just gonna get some burritos and take it easy.
Not nearly as good as Cabo Bob's.
No,
not
Freebirds
nearly
is
as good.
crap.
Hey, Pat, could you turn up your mic? Turn your microphone up a little bit.
Turn my microphone up.
Yeah, just like
When you
one or
see
two
them, I'm
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
baby. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up.
Don't forget, everybody, speaking of watching us tape live, youtube.com/hardfactornews. Next merchathon is the night of Wednesday, October 25th, 2023, during and after the live stream taping of that Thursday's pod. So you can, buy merch at store.hardfactor.com or sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/hardfactor, or just donate in the chat and make us do crazy shit. We will, there's a lot of stuff. Mark's going to shave a man.
I'm very excited.
Into
Yeah.
his chest.
I'm shaving it.
You could potentially get him to wax his whole body.
That's gonna cost you.
Yeah, if enough people follow, I'll wax I'm not wax, but I will bleach my whole face. If you pay enough, maybe I could wax it right after bleaching it too.
Whoa, how much would that be?
Expensive. What are you doing, Pat?
That's expensive.
What do you got
That's
on deck?
expensive. Am I still quiet? Am I okay?
Oh, you sound perfect.
You're okay. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sound fantastic.
I'm gonna do something fun. That's for sure. It's gonna be different and fun. But TBD. I want to keep them teased because I got a couple things I want to make sure I can execute.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I know we talked about some good ones today, so I'm excited. I think I'm going to do a shot of Malort every $1,000 purchased until I'm dead.
Don't you do it, Mark?
It'll be spooky.
Don't you
We'll be
do
in
it.
costume for Halloween, and
Yeah.
it'll be Malort, Mark, and whatever else the other three characters. Yeah.
Dude, I am so fired up. I ordered a toddler-sized Public Enemy T-shirt,
Nice.
and my kid has the jeans, and I'm looking right now for a long-sleeved camo like jacket shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and my son's costume will be complete, guys, because
His
he's
flavor-
going to be.
Is he
Public
little
Enemy.
little Flavor Flav?
He's not going to be little Flavor Flav. You know what he's going to be, man?
What?
He's going to
What?
be John Connor from Terminator 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm going to be either I would technically go T-1000, but I'm just going to look like a cop. So I'm going to go Terminator at the Galleria when he's got the roses. Because
Yeah.
Okay.
anywhere I go, my son is running full
shotgun
speed,
roses.
and
Yeah.
I'm walking slowly after him.
Yeah, that
Like
sweet
that.
lever action shotgun. Yeah, the Terminator. Great gun.
So that's what will be in there.
We gotta go get mom.
Are you going
That's
trick or treating with him? Are you going to take him house to house and stuff?
Odds are, we're due on the 1st of November, which I think is the day after Halloween. It's probably not happening, but who knows? We'll see.
You got to get him to say, "How's Wolfie?" Yep.
Yeah. How's Wolfie? Your foster
That'll be
parents are
cool, though.
dead.
He wants to
That'll still be
Be
cool
part-
for giving out
Part of the
candy.
bit that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like their trick or treat. You just say that at every door.
Mm-hmm.
I removed my hat and glasses right during the intro. just
Look at
'cause
the
it's
hat
hat and
locks.
glasses.
Look at the
It's
locks.
the hat and
Oh,
glasses free episode. Yeah. Yeah,
Look how long Goldilocks over there.
That's right. It's getting long. It's
You're
getting long.
great, bro.
Hey, if you could get us to 125,000 followers on Instagram and 10,000 on YouTube at the same time, I'll color the hair. I'll not only bleach the face, I'll color the hair.
Hey, what if with Will's look currently, what subject would he teach in high school with this look currently?
Something science related, but I was science. But I was thinking
I
like,
get busted for something.
he could be on the cover of like a romance novel with that hair, like or the front cover
Fat
of
Fabio. Yeah.
right, Fat Fabio, or on the front cover of our bleached assholes calendar could be.
I'll take the honor. That's very. I mean, I'm honored it just being mentioned like that. Wow.
Right.
No matter what Will teaches with that look, he's coming at you when he talks to you. He's flipping the chair around and AC Slatering it, getting on your level when he's about to teach you something important.
Aggressive lessons.
He's walking up and say, "Hey, Kev, wait up 1 minute," and then he walks up. He's carrying the chair. AC Slaters it, sits down, and says, "Let's rap a bit."
Yeah, I'm trying to connect with these kids. Maybe.
I know that you are, bro. You're trying to make a difference.
I don't know. I a lot of respect to the teachers out there. I don't know if my patience that's
Yeah, either that or he's going to completely fuck off like a teacher I have later.
Yeah, having kids has made me realize maybe I wouldn't have been the best teacher. You know, like,
right?
It's kind of hard.
Shout out to all the teachers out there. We love you.
We do. Are you guys ready to do the news?
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Guys, all the top trends you need to know right now as you listen or watch this podcast. Sadly, the hashtag Hamas-Massacre continues to trend all over the internet as Hamas are caught killing, animals, pets, whatever, allegedly beheading babies. That's one of the reports out there. Obviously not going to show any of that stuff.
What the fuck?
Guys, on the show. It's very bad. Very, very bad. Live chat. Cecil is asking, hey, can we talk about the Iron Dome? Heard some things like Israel's defense system not working. Surely war in Ukraine. I don't know. A lot of frog of war out there, probably. A lot of you can't necessarily.
That's their anti-missile defense system, right? The Iron Dome.
But the Iron Dome was circumvented, I think, by smaller rockets used by Hamas, right? That didn't set off the Iron Dome.
A lot of drones,
I
too.
understand. Yeah, drones that drop shit in.
Yep.
Obviously, the paratroopers that went to the festival, terrible shit. They seem to know their way around the Iron Dome and other Israeli defenses. We also mentioned, Egypt may have given a warning that wasn't heeded. Not great. It's all bad. Not great. It's all terrible. With the hashtag Hamas-Massacre going on in Israel.
Mia Khalifa weighed in.
What'd she say?
Yeah. She said she's with Hamas. So.
Yeah, she said free Palestine, and if you're not with Palestine, you're on the wrong side of history, and she was all bragging about it. Meanwhile, if she stepped foot in the Gaza Strip, they'd cut her head off for that porn she did in a hijab where she made fun of, they would absolutely decapitate her if she stepped foot in the Gaza Strip these days. But
so
she's for it,
I wasn't going to bring my take up.
So was BLM Chicago. Crazy.
Yeah, BLM Chicago did
before the
a
show.
paratrooper tweet. Not even being with Palestine can be separate from being with what Hamas did, obviously. But BLM Chicago was with the paratrooper.
Hamas. Yeah, with
Hamas. Right.
That's
interesting
rough one.
take. Yeah.
On the day of the babies.
Yeah.
News.
The man, I don't know. I don't know if the Mia Khalifa take. Maybe I'll leave it alone. Maybe I won't bring it up. My take on Khalifa
made me want to jerk off to one of her porns again.
Right, or here's my
I'll
thing.
show her.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
It's not gentle. The activity she partook in because she's no longer an active adult star. Okay, she was only active for 6 months, and don't bring it up to her. Okay, because Miss Mia Khalifa, yes, she's best known for being an adult.
She's beyond
pornographic actress who's
she's
still
so much more
top 10 in Pornhub. It has.
She got fired from Playboy though.
2016. Don't bring it up to her because she's earned her position as a sportscaster or whatever it is that she does. But I have a theory.
She got fired from everywhere because you can't support Hamas.
Yeah, the Hamas video with the red eyebrows.
But
it
you
really
support Palestine, but you're also
what was up with the red eyebrows? That was equally confusing as the stance.
When Mia comes out with that take,
freedom fighters.
You get upset, you get confused, you get horny. Some people get angry. They want to watch someone in a job get hate fucked. end up back at the Mia Khalifa porn. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
You see
she's
what
just
I'm
getting
saying?
more clicks. She's getting clicks. It's like the guy who let his wife bang the other
Adam
porn star.
22.
Yeah, because he was getting clicks, even though it might be he looks like a cuck and he is, but he's getting clicks and money, just like Mia Khalifa's now the most hated person on the internet, but she's getting clicks and money.
She's playing
like,
chess, not checkers.
She tweeted for the
She's
freedom
farting
fighters,
jars and
freedom
selling.
fighters, as she called them again, the Hamas people, to turn their phones horizontally so they could see the murders better.
Yeah, no, it was a horrible video. Yeah, well, that's weird is right. I'm not playing any of that repugnant shit that people. I mean, there's horrible shit. People getting killed out there.
Just
You can
shut up,
see it
Mia.
It's bad. The hashtag Hamas-Massacre.
She might have stopped doing porn, but the mailbox money hasn't stopped trickling in for her. Is my guess. Is my guess for Mia Khalifa. Just
Like
my guess.
molds and stuff.
Don't bring up that she did porn though. If you speak to her, don't bring it up.
Least of her worries now, though. She's going to have to get over that whole porn hang up because she's got a lot more. This Hamas hang up is going to be worse for her, I think.
Yes.
Find her.
No, this one is not. She just
Like
got
the
fired
dude
right before we recorded
In the
for
job
that.
video.
There's plenty of guys behind her.
Yeah, lots. Body count. A lot of people. Oh, Al
No shame in the
tweeted
game.
body
That's my
count.
thing. We're not shaming here. Be proud of what you did. Because you did it well.
Her, even with the statement.
She's a whole lot better
No,
at porn
before.
than war commentary.
Oh,
Right.
night and day.
Yeah.
So yeah,
really good at one of
it's not.
them.
It's not great. What's going on over there? It's all bad. Everything's bad about it. Everything's bad. Obviously, Israel's going to be pretty ruthless in their response, and I'm sure that we're going to hear more about that as it goes on. Meanwhile, in D.C., where they have to foot the bill for some of this stuff, Kevin McCarthy may allegedly somehow become Speaker of the House again, or some other Republican. It's going to take weeks or more, to announce.
Just to be removed again. What if it's a cycle?
Who knows?
never
Yeah,
ending
they just
cycle.
keep.
Yeah.
It's like a washing machine. They just keep bringing them in and out. I think.
Well, today
fluff
was
them a little bit.
Tuesday, right? Yesterday, because I listened to an interview with one of the 8, right, that voted McCarthy out, and he said not a lot of smart stuff, but he said Tuesday we'll have a new speaker.
That's that's come and gone now on Wednesday's pod.
We don't
huh?
have one.
Well, there could be a vote going on. To be honest with you, I don't really fucking care. I just think they need one. It's hilarious that it takes.
Well, what are they down to, like
multiple
34
weeks.
days? They're down to not many days left before the next shutdown, right?
Well, right, and then it took like 5 days to pick the first one, and so now you got to pick it again. It's just a joke, and so like it's almost how funny can it get, right? And so that's what's going on in Congress. Just nothing but absolute bullshit. And then President Biden now has to figure out how to fund the defense of Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, all at the same time. As U.S. is already in more debt proportionally to its GDP than it has ever been. The only other time it was this bad was during World War II, and we're allegedly not in any major foreign wars right now. So,
Right.
It's pretty confusing how you could have the worst debt to GDP when you're not in any wars at all, huh?
Money going.
I've been thinking about this, man.
Someone's got it.
It might be time. It's tough.
We owe a shitload to the Fed.
No, I know.
But all that money disappeared in the COVID loss. Like everyone's buying Lamborghinis. Like I have 50 employees that made $10,000 a month. Send me $5 million. Like everyone, it was so easy to do that during the COVID thing. Imagine what's going on with the actual people that have control of the money. Just it's just disappearing.
Yeah, lots of shady shit happening.
The argument right now, which is like I'm maybe coming around to, is like, why spend it over there when it's fucked up over here, right? Like that's.
I think that's always been the.
But my concern
argument
is normally you think, there's some geopolitical shit, right? That's like
get Pat the MAGA hat. Where's
it? Pat's been taking the red pill recently. Pat's been taking the red pill
considering
recently.
the geopolitical
He doesn't want any
shit, though.
immigrants coming in, and he wants
No.
I did say that.
And there's nothing wrong with these stances. I'm just saying this is a classic political. Since the tail of time, like, do you take care of America first, or do you do the world police? Do you take care of the homeless?
Well, right now,
I think
to Pat's point and to what everybody's
impound
feeling, this
the
nervousness.
ATVs.
Right. But it's getting hard to be the world police right now. As
Yes.
Sabina points out in the chat, today was a very bad day. Russia started their offensive. So Russia is constantly making moves in Ukraine. You're having to defend there. You're having to basically fund the entire thing if you're the U.S. Government. And now you're talking about funding most of the defense of Israel and taking out Hamas, or a lot of it. And also Taiwan. You're trying to defend Taiwan from the Chinese, who are snaring themselves in their own subnet nets.
This would be the time for China to swoop in, right? Like,
oh yeah,
no,
China's
they're spreading
primed.
you out on a proxy war. They're spreading you out on 3 fronts in a proxy war. Whoever's trying to get this to happen to the United States, spreading out your spending so thin when you're already in debt. It's obviously somebody who's trying to do this on purpose. And maybe the smart move would be to retract and sort of like figure out your own shit first before you're trying to be the world police everywhere in 3 potentially major wars going on. When you're not
about
involved,
that,
it's just proxy. It's just crazy.
Here's the irk about that. We used to have strong leaders, right? Who could tell you, they look you in the eye, and be like, "Hey, I know it's bad over here, but trust us. There's some like super complicated geopolitical shit that we got to do this." But we don't have strong leaders right now, so there's no one to be like, "Hey, here's really why we do that over there. Here's why." Because it is complicated, but we don't have those strong leaders right now to kind of like A, inspire confidence, and B, break it down, man.
But Pat, meanwhile, while Congress is shut down and doesn't have a speaker, they're buying up war stocks like it's going out of style. So if you're following that, if you're trying to make money like they do, by knowing what's happening next, war stocks is what they're getting into.
Yeah.
So
I looked into it.
It's good business.
Like, there's that
really is
the uncommon whales thing, right? How those people are getting the data. So
there was a reporting change recently, right, that required people to be a little bit more transparent.
That did happen, Will, but I found out that it's like if you're a super broker, right? Because like theoretically the trades are happening, someone's seeing the trades, right? So certain people pay a shit ton of money to see what the trades are, so
Access
they can
to
mimic
the terminal. Like
so that's what that is. Like when you see like what Pelosi's trading, or Pelosi's not even the worst, by the way. She gets a bad rap.
There's
She's shitty, but
the senator Warner, I think, the Democratic senator. He's like by far the richest.
If you look at
Congress,
Congress, if you look at Congress in general, both Democrats and Republicans, they're
They make
absurdly good at the stock market.
dude,
Everybody who's there for a long time.
Several outliers, like your whatever they call it in statistics. Your dad's a statistician. Like it's the outliers insane. Like how many standard deviations are they outside of the norm? They're outside of the bell curve and like all the way off to the right on the chart. Like impossibly good at stock markets,
making billionaires off of 6-figure salaries year after year. It's incredible what they do at the U.S. Congress.
I forget his name.
They're so incredibly good at the stock market, yet their approval ratings 20%, and they can't get shit done.
Well,
one of the who is it?
Best
One of the
stock
guys,
market players of all time.
the guy's on the Senate Finance Committee. One of the guys on the Senate Finance
please
Committee.
everyone.
He's shorting the tech industry right now.
Uh-oh.
It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I have that genius idea that was just to follow. Just you would put money into a fund that would just do every trade that the top,
they have those
the top
ETFs
10 Congress people.
That's
do,
what
right?
they have now. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about that like 2 years ago. And I'm sure other people did too. But before those came out, I was like, this would be the best app you could get. You just put, it's prorated. So if you put $1,000 in, they spread it across the top 10 Congress people.
You can even just buy them straight up on the market now, I think.
Yeah, see, unusual whales. It's $48 $48 a month. It's expensive to like get the data.
Yeah, of what they're buying real time.
You want real time data. You don't want the data
to
the next day.
Everybody has access to the month later report.
What you want is the second they buy, you buy. The second they sell, you sell. That's
and there's
what you want.
Yeah, there's funds out there that do that. Yeah.
I buy, you buy.
Yeah.
Well, somebody who's trying to fix all that, guys, Governor Gavin Newsom out in California. He's trying to fix all of this. He's going to save us. Okay. He's out there. He's in California. He passed AB 418, fellas, which outlaws all kinds of food chemicals, bad ones for you, allegedly, including red dye 3, found primarily in Skittles. That's where red dye 3 is mostly found.
So he banned Skittles?
Basically, companies have until 2027 to make California compliant versions without the red dye 3 and whatever other chemicals are banned in this AB 418. But Mario Lopez, famous actor, of course, Mario Lopez.
I already brought up earlier on the show.
Yeah.
AC Slater.
He's that much prowess, right? He's not having any of it. This is what he tweets. He says, he he does a screenshot of a puberty thing that says California becomes the first U.S. state to ban Skittles and 12,000 additional products for cancer-causing additives. And then Mario says, crime is through the roof, worst drug epidemic ever, and homelessness at an all-time high. Let's focus on Skittles in California.
Sounds like Mario's swallowed a few red Skittles.
Sounds like Mario, you'd think would have a better grasp of the media.
His favorite flavor. Yeah. And he's pissed.
It was called the Skittles bill. Did you know that? It was called the Skittles, and he campaigned on it. Or Puberty looked through the bill and wrote a compelling headline that got Mario Lopez hook, line, and Skittle.
It's technically true. Standard Skittles now banned as of 2027 in California if they don't change their ways and get those chemicals out of there. But it was a little bit clickbaity, and Mario Lopez got taken to TMZ and every other headline out there for overreacting. Basically.
Doesn't he like host TMZ or Access Hollywood? He hosts, right?
He hosts all of TMZ. No, he's like
he's been perpetually like he's been 35 for almost 25 years, and now
he looks great, man. He's
a
sexaholic too. That's probably how he keeps it so tight.
Yeah.
It's time for him to dip his toe into politics.
Women. He they're women, but he bangs like college chicks all the time.
You think Mario's going Republican representative, Pat?
I don't know. Sometimes I think like if you're Mario, you got it so good, bud. Just stay in that lane that you're in over there. Just being
35 and banging college chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hosting shows, just like
winning Dancing with the Stars. I mean, you're an actor that hasn't acted outside of a Hallmark movie in 2 decades, you know.
Whatever foods he eats shouldn't be banned. I mean,
he's 50.
Those genes. So if he eats Skittles, they're fine.
Actors that get ultra political they're just funny. They just become like, because they love being mascots like on screen, and then they pick a political party, some of them, and then they become the mascot for that party, like in real life. Right.
James Woods is classic, but my favorite one by far is Kevin Sorbo. Who played Hercules, because he's the least famous actor, but he's the most outspoken. He's not very well known.
The best right wing one is Randy Quaid, 100%.
But Randy Quaid's the man.
Strobe light videos.
But Randy Quaid has a pedigree of acting. All the
he walk it like he talk it.
All the vacations. Yeah, but like Independence Day. I'm talking about Kevin Sorbo, who played like Hercules, and that's about it. Just I love the fact that he's such a terrible actor and like, but he's the most outspoken. Yeah.
Right. I mean, Sorbo never made it to network television. He lived on cable. That was his peak. If you want to take Sarandon and Quaid on either side, I think both of them are Oscar-nominated actors.
Those are all stars of political, like becoming a political like mascot. Those are the all stars of the team.
My favorite are Scott Bales and Kevin Sorbo's of the world. That never really made it.
Yeah. No. A lot of these people do. I mean, it's just you sometimes limits the directors.
James Woods doesn't work anymore. Sorbo doesn't work. Bayo, he's out. Mario Lopez is flirting with disaster over here at 50 years old.
He's too handsome to be canceled.
He loves
he's Stamos hot.
Yeah. He's just the right Stamos.
Yeah. Well, guys, Mario's having a good time, and we're going to be having a good time after we win the Powerball this week. It's over 1.73 billion and counting. The next drawing is Wednesday night. So get in the lotto pool, the Hard Factor lotto pool at patreon.com/Hard Factor in the Discord server if you want to be billionaires with us. So you guys already planning how you're going to spend it and stuff? I mean, I know I already thought about a few things.
Yeah.
Okay. Got my eye on some stuff. Probably the best financial news for me personally, though, and anyone else in the video game console market right now, is that the PS5 Slim was confirmed by Sony to be dropping this holiday season, meaning hopefully the price on other current gen consoles are about to drop in general. The PS5 Slim is 30% smaller, 18% lighter, and has 18% more memory than the original PS5, and only costs $50 more at $450 and $500 for the Blu-ray.
I'd get one of those if I won the lottery, you know?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, they look pretty sweet. But I mean, hopefully Xbox Series S is currently the cheapest current gen at $300 a console. Completely useless information for us after we win the lottery, and we'll just pick whichever console we want. But if you're in the market right now this holiday season, that's the latest.
I think I would get a stage and buy all of those USA actors from the 90s. Kevin Sorbo, the lady that played Xena Warrior Princess, Alonzo Lamas from Renegade, Lorenzo Lamas from Renegade, and I would have all that whole slate of like USA TV shows recreated. I'd pay them all to just like be stage actors on people could come
like
watch.
Xena and Hercules,
Xena, Hercules, Renegade, maybe Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We throw out some old '90s TV shows.
Well, I mean, Buffy was good. I mean, the ones that you were naming were literally carved out of the WGA.
Are you about to hate on Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm going to pay for it to be recreated. Pat was saying it's good. The other ones are not good, which he's right. There's going to be some good shows and bad shows.
Hercules? You didn't like the Sorbo Hercules? I mean, it was cheesy, but
I liked it.
When you were like 7, it was one of the best shows you'd ever seen.
Yeah, no, the guild specifically said no AI, except if AI wants to write those shows, that's okay.
Oh, what
is that? What the agreement?
They said that.
The writer's strike.
I don't. We didn't cover like the exacts. Yeah, the exacts were like they can't.
Terms, right.
You can't replace a writer's credit. Pretty much, you can't have it generate new works, and AI can write the slate of USA in the middle 90s to middle 2000s shows. No problem.
I mean, AI could write 50 seasons of Hercules in about an hour. Give it an hour, and it could pump out scripts for 50 seasons worth of episodes.
I'm watching AI Hercules. Yeah, like if USA wants to get me back, just put on AI Hercules.
Another trial looks like another trial for Hercules. What is that? Another Hydra?
AI American Gladiators? Like they don't even need real people. They can just pretend it's happening in a computer. I'll watch it.
The AI writing's really gonna show through because you're not gonna be distracted by Sorbo's pecs because his 60-year-old pecs aren't the same as his 35-year-old pecs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you loved it. Like every time it's like, is he gonna be able to lift that rock? No, he won't. And then he lifts the rock.
Yeah. Spoiler: he does.
I mean, he's Hercules.
Yeah.
Man. Well, that brings us to more fun entertainment news in
the cream of the crop.
And fellas, the movie Aquaman 2 is in post-production and releases on December 20th, 2023, this year, obviously. And of course, it stars Jason Momoa and Amber Heard. Some famous, some call it with the T mark, famous of the Johnny Depp trial, Amber Heard. And not only are the old rumors about having many of Amber's scenes trying to be deleted from Aquaman 2, like remember that was out last year, everybody's like they're trying to get her out of the movie, they're trying to get the scenes deleted. Well, apparently that's very true, but according to Variety, that's just the tip of the trident when it comes to the issues that were on set with Aquaman 2. Yeah, exactly. A lot of new information has come to light in the form of Heard's therapist notes from the Johnny Depp defamation trial that she lost that we were just talking about. So Redditors paid for the release of the court documents where Heard's therapist, Dr. Don Hughes, noted the following things at Amber's sessions. This is what Don said was happening. First, apparently Amber complained a lot about how mean the director James Wan was because he wouldn't let her promote the movie after her being known as Amber Turd from the trial. And so this is what the notes from the therapist said. She said, he raised his voice at me. I can't even post about Aquaman. He made it feel like it was my fault. I'm sorry, I said. And then I guess he or she says, nobody could take selfies with me on the set, given the blackout. So she's upset. She can't handle it.
Not sending her on the late night tours, huh? To promote it? No.
James Wan said no, the director, and that really sent Amber off. She's just
move.
Right. But well, she was known as Amber Turd, and they're not trying to get the movie flushed, right? James Wan smartly and the studios at Warner Brothers, they smartly kept her out of the cameras, right? Heard, guys, was actually fired from Aquaman 2 before production began, just due to the team, James Wan, director, and others wanting to have a new female lead. Like they just didn't like Heard's performance in Aquaman 1. They wanted somebody else. But apparently, Amber Heard's ex-boyfriend Elon Musk had
stunk.
She's got a stench on her.
I can't put my finger on it.
It was corny.
But her ex-boyfriend, Elon Musk, stood by her corny ass, and he sent the Warner Brothers Studios a burn the house down threat if they fired her from Aquaman 2 and didn't let her continue on the series. So in the end, Warner Brothers apparently caved to Elon Musk's demands and just let her continue on Aquaman 2.
What power did he have at that point to affect Warner Brothers?
Richest man in the world, and he's their ex-boyfriend, and he's got lawyers. And so he says, you better not fire my ex-girlfriend who's insane from this movie. And then they said, okay, fine. Richest guy in the world.
You know what they should? He's just going to wreck them.
He said he would burn them to the ground.
I'll buy Twitter, run that into the ground, and then talk shit about you on it.
Well, he probably won't let them promote on Twitter. He could black out any promotion of Aquaman.
That's
2
true.
On Twitter.
He does have.
Hurt.
He has the keys and whatnot.
That would hurt.
The levers and stuff. Yeah.
They should, if they want the biggest like standing ovation or laugh in a theater in the past decade or so, they should CGI in her doing an aqua dump at some point.
Yes, dude.
Just slip in an aqua dump and post.
That's an amazing idea, Mark. That might be what saves this movie.
That would get every audience would laugh and clap during that scene.
And that would bring us together.
Yeah,
and on AI too, because you know it's going to be AI generated. So like, we'd all have
half the movies AI generated. They're underwater. They're not actually underwater.
Yeah,
a couple turds pop out.
That's a hilarious AI
she
joke.
Didn't actually eat the meal. Okay, she didn't actually digest it, but there it is.
Yeah. See, it would be hilarious. It would bring us together. I think it's a great idea, Mark. I think they should go with it at Warner Brothers. But of course, this is the one from the notes, the therapist notes you may have already heard about. Apparently, Jason Momoa got hammered on set one night at Aquaman 2 last winter, pulled out all of his rings, and then started acting like Johnny Depp to make his case to have her canned from the movie altogether.
Damn, he kind of looks like Johnny Depp too. He was doing Captain Jack Sparrow on set.
He was doing Johnny Depp with the rings on, hammered, telling everybody why she needed to be kicked off the movie altogether. Which
no one likes her, huh?
Yeah. It's funny. That's funny. It makes Momoa more relatable, honestly. Yeah. Like, it's really funny.
Do you think it's just because he hated her?
He didn't like her.
She's
ruining the vibe. Like, she's Amber Turd. She's ruining your movie. Like, everybody else is working hard trying to get a hit here. You got Amber Turd bringing everything down.
It sounds like
Elon Musk won't let you fire her. I mean, it's
Elon Musk threatening the whole project. Like, that's not.
She's ruining everything.
Bad vibes,
right?
Yeah, she's a turd in the punch bowl.
Yeah, she's a turd in the bed.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so brutal, dude. It's so brutal.
The best.
But that's the thing. If you shit the bed as an adult, then when things might get messy in the divorce situation, you bow down. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You say, I don't want this bed shitting shit.
She should have owned it and been like, I was mad at him and I purposely shit in the bed, and that would have been 10 times better.
No, she went all the way and
it's smart.
Said,
yeah.
I dare you to tell people that I shat the bed, and he did. And then he won.
What weapons do I have as a battered woman? Right? She would. Oh man, we should do PR.
Right. He's a piece of shit. He was like aggressively throwing shit at me all night, and so I crapped in his bed. His favorite bed. His favorite sheets.
What if she rolled IBS too? Like, he was throwing things, and when I get nervous,
he made fun of my IBS, and I said, "I'll show you."
My bowels get irritated.
Yeah, I'll show you how.
Best
IBS
trial of all time, and the gift that keeps on giving, because now we know
that
that Momoa got hammered and was acting like Captain Jack Sparrow or whoever, and was just taunting her.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's on either Hulu or Netflix. The Depp First Heard. They have like a full documentary, just just came out.
Right.
Like,
check it out.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody's denied everything or not given a comment, but it doesn't matter in the end. This movie is audience testing. Aquaman 2 is at 60% on multiple recuts, so DC keeps trying to recut it. They can't get it right. And just like the rest of the DC movie franchises, James Gunn, he inherited this one, and he's cleaning house afterwards anyways, so it's done anyways. Doesn't matter. So their only hope for Aquaman 2 is if all the other Smash movies this December suck even worse than Aquaman 2.
The Aqua Dump would get it a new life. It would get it a trilogy if she.
I think so, Mark.
And kill her off. Like, maybe she dies of and then poops herself or something.
Right. Or or maybe she dies of toxic shock syndrome, because if you hold it in, that's what happens.
Yep. And then she floats away in one nug.
They just surprise flush Amber Turd down the toilet as a death, right near the climax, a surprise death that nobody sees coming.
We don't want her to die in real life. We wish the best for her in the future, but in that movie, it would be
of Aquaman 2. In the context
of Aquaman
2.
Yes,
I said write it in.
Right.
Okay.
I wonder if she's donated that money yet.
No, that was Musk's going to have to do that. Remember? Yeah.
Elon's gonna have to do all of it. Okay. And she could really, get a handle on controlling some of her actions, Amber Turd, especially like shitting in a bed to get back at somebody. Same with me. And I don't shit in people's beds, but I should know that I should get a handle on some of my actions. Because if you're like me, you have trouble controlling a lot of things in your life, multiple facets, but especially your budget and your appetite. Budget and appetite; those two are completely out of control. You can't touch them at all. Every time you see food, you want to eat it. Every time you see money, you want to spend it. That's if you're like me. That's until I started with Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Okay, they saved me because now I got a good budget and I don't eat everything in my fridge all at once. Fuel up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. With Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back to life. Choose from 35 plus weekly flavor-packed fresh, never frozen meals. Relish the best of autumn this fall with fall flavors like the limited time only hearty, comforting meals featuring seasonal veggies like cranberry pecan chicken and apple Dijon pork chops, ready in just 2 minutes. They'll satisfy your fall cravings during the busy season without the hassle. Level up with gourmet plus options prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. So they got like the high-end stuff now. Obviously, Factor has amazing dinners and hot lunches, but also quick lunches, calorie smart options, protein plus with 30 grams of protein or more per serving if you want that option. Breakfast, snacks, juices, smoothies, shakes. This October, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals, enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. Just heat them up, no prep, no mess, and surprisingly affordable with our deal. Head to factormeals.com/hardfactor50 and use code hardfactor50 to get 50% off. That's code hardfactor50 at factormeals.com/hardfactor50 to get 50% off. Makes it very affordable and very delicious, and you'll eat healthier. Trust me.
Go ahead, Pat.
I was going to say the same thing you're saying. It's the best.
It is the best, but I was going to say that I was doing my side hustle today, which is less affordable, less healthy food delivery of Uber Eats. And I was delivering my Uber Eats fast food delivery of not healthy food to someone in an apartment. And as I was walking down the hall, saw a big old Factor box outside someone's door. And I was like, yes, I wanted to knock on the door and be like, dude, your Factor's here, bro. Like,
don't let that sit out too long, bro.
Yeah.
That's shipped fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Factor is the best. Also, who's the best right here? Nick Foster in the chat. Golden Elbow represented. Appreciate you guys. Nick Foster just dropped the Golden Elbow on a $99.99 super.
Tip the boys a nice little. You know what we could get is a bunch of Factor meals with that tip is what we could get.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's probably what mine's going to. Just my next Nick. Box.
All right, I've got bad news for you guys. Congress's bad boy, George Santos, is in serious, serious trouble.
By George.
What do you do now?
By George. The Department of Justice just slapped him with some pretty heavy charges on Tuesday. He was charged with conspiracy, wire fraud, false statements, falsification of records, aggravated identity theft, and credit card fraud. 23 charges.
Different than the charges that were already pending.
Just every fraud charge, every minor fraud charge, and some major ones too.
Some major ones, felonies galore. Just so many felonies. A statement from the DOJ said Santos, quote, is charged with stealing people's identities and making charges on his own donors' credit cards without their authorization, lying to the FEC, and by extension, the public about the financial state of his campaign. He was creating credit cards, charging his donors, then wiring it to his bank, his own personal bank.
He was using his donors' information to charge them more money to
like the Wells Fargo thing, except actually charging the cards, not even just creating them.
He's stealing money from his own donors. He defrauded his own donors, the people that he convinced to like invest in his fraud campaign. Those are the people that he defrauded.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Yep. It got worse and worse. We always said it was going to be, this is just the tip of the iceberg every time, and it always was. There's going to be more stuff, but these 23 charges came out on Tuesday. Last week, Santos's former campaign treasurer, Nancy Marks, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to defraud, admitting that she fraudulently reported hundreds of thousands in fake loans for the Santos campaign. So she's going to jail. He's going to jail. Everyone's going to jail.
Like the plaintiffs are the people who actually donated it to him, but then ended up getting defrauded by him.
Those are the plaintiffs in some of these 23 charges. Yes.
This is a witch hunt, Mark. This is a witch hunt. This is because they don't like him politically. This is because he's doing too well in the polls. Okay. They want to shift the balance of power in the House, right? Narrow majority. And
this is when
gotta get him out of there.
No, you're right, Pat.
I can't believe they're weaponizing our justice system.
It's not okay in my opinion. So this may be the end of Katara Ravache, aka George Santos, aka Anthony DeValder, aka George DeValder, aka Gorgeous George.
Zimmerman, don't forget Zimmerman.
Zimmerman something.
Remember, he didn't say he was a Jew. He said he was Jew-ish. Dash.
I said Cartwright. No one answered.
Zimmerman.
Yeah. This stinks.
You know, we haven't thought about him in such a long time, but we should check and see if
the investigation
Brazil is still trying to extradite him, because like when we left George Santos was when
now
he was
we might not let him, Pat.
He committed crimes down there too. This is when just
now we're probably gonna keep him.
A con man gets too ballsy. Like this is when it's good to have balls as a con man. When you get too ballsy to the point where you're defrauding people who are like just obviously going to catch you.
Will, do you think becoming an actual U.S. congressman was flying too close to the sun for a con man?
Yeah,
I think he's addicted, bro. I think that's the problem. I think he's.
How far was he going to take it to the presidency? Like,
this is as far as he was going to get. It was like once the microscope got this big,
it's pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing. But he got all the way into the.
That's what he thought. He didn't care about the microscope. He knew that he was fucked already, and the only chance that he had was to go to Congress. Like it's almost like a finish line. It's like in that.
Yeah,
right. But to Mark's point, to pardon himself, he'd have to make it all the way to the presidency. He should have gone for governor.
Oh right, yeah. I mean that was a long shot. I just mean
state.
Once you slip yourself into Congress, it's tough to get prosecuted. Once you slip in there,
apparently not, because it sounds like he's going down for this shit.
Well, with this weaponized justice system,
I hate it, Pat. I hate it.
I mean, he's a stand-up guy. I don't know why they're attacking it.
Look, with all that's going on in the world right now, you're telling me you don't want a little bit of Santos shenanigans to lighten.
It's not the worst thing I've seen this year. I'll tell you that.
I would say there's a certain politician should go to jail, and let's keep this one out because this guy's a blast.
Look at him.
And
pretending to be a serious person here. Look at him.
What a blast he is, man.
He's the best.
So what did he do one more time, Mark? He was charged.
You know what?
You got a little fun, Pat. You know
what they should do? They should make him. His sentence should be like he's like the Pee Wee Herman of the Capitol, and he teaches kids about why it's bad to be a fraud, and then uses his own story. And then he's just such a silly goof. How could you have done that, George? And then he brings us all together almost like cautionary tale.
You're telling me
jester,
Leonardo DiCaprio's character from Catch Me If You Can is beloved, that guy who actually existed and now works for the FBI. That guy's beloved, but Santos isn't, because they're the same person.
That guy of politics. Yeah, just turn him into that guy of politics. Yeah.
A lot of people think he made the whole thing up.
Who?
The
guy from Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Well, if you read the book,
the FBI hired him though.
I'd believe it if he made it up, because the book is phenomenal. It's written as if it's
he should be a writer.
I mean, this guy, he's like a psychological experiment. If we take him off the street,
Frank Abagnale Jr.
It's like spitting in the face of science, right? We need to be able to observe a man who can't help himself but
you have to punish him, because he defrauded a lot of these people for thousands.
Greater good, though, Will. I'm thinking greater good here.
But
a lot of those people
greater good.
But small. Let's give him. What if we give him a little time in jail, and then when he gets out, we're like, we let him like loose, like
skip the jail. I'm saying just put him in like the house arrest in the House of Representatives. He becomes like basically he has to do whatever they say.
What if we made him Speaker of the House?
No, don't give him power. Okay. He's got to be more of a jester role.
Okay.
He can't be trusted with power. He's just he'll just sell his vote. He can't have a vote.
Well, he got it. Will he was trusted with it when
Can we get him a TV show?
Elected.
What about a reality show?
Well, but he defrauded them, and then they ended up suing him and got him out of office because he actually defrauded them. So it's really it's a snake eating its own.
He's
tail.
still in there.
What about like a Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego style like reality show, and like each like he changes his name each time?
I like it. I don't.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't need harsh punishment for George. He
He
can't
does a
have-
different con each episode.
Right.
I
And
like it.
honestly, like other than the Amish, people that are making large donations to any political party, I'm not the most bummed out if they get taken, right?
Oh, he
The
was
Amish-
taking people that donated small amounts, and then he would charge huge amounts to their cards.
And fuck
He's a-
those
he's a-
dogs, right?
He's a human. He's a human.
Fuck
piece of
those
shit,
dogs.
George Santos.
Yeah, when he took the Amish and then the veterans took the Amish puppies and then
That's
the
the
fake,
worst thing. he did.
Yeah,
By
he
far the
stole
worst thing he
veter-
did.
He stole the veterans dog,
Yeah,
and then
that's-
like
yeah,
and
the
then like had it
veterans dog.
euthanized. Like, yeah, he's
That's the
he's-
worst. That's unforgivable.
He's not a good guy.
He was,
You could
the
look
fact that
past
he was
the pet
driving.
stuff.
He was driving around Amish country.
Yeah.
He was driving around Amish country for better than 6 hours, passing bad checks to Amish dudes, full well knowing they weren't going to hit the bank until Monday when they could get their horse and buggy there. And then he was showing up at a pet event and selling those fuckers on a Sunday.
I mean,
I
the
mean, what
Amish
a-
deserve to get taken, but I don't like when people's pets get fucked with. Anyways, I got a couple of stories for you real quick about authority figures that were too aggressive. Speaking of animals, first up, an Arizona family, and in particular, Stephanie Moylan, is grieving and considering suing the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office for strangling their beloved pet emu Richard to death.
Wow. Well, it's a serious crime. You can't strangle somebody's emu to death for no
No.
reason.
No,
Was
this
there a
is-
reason? Was he attacked by the emu? Because that
No,
that
the
could-
reason is they don't know how to handle emus is the reason. There's Richard pre-murder. Richard apparently is a local celebrity. He's one of those emus that's like on TikTok and stuff. Everyone loves him. He's 6 years old. He's a friendly emu. Occasionally he would escape from his pen or yard or whatever. And his encounter-
my phone, Richard?
Yeah,
Don't
like that.
do it, Richard.
Emmanuel. Yeah.
And then
That's-
Richard does it.
Yes, it's like that, and they're adorable. And everyone loves Richard, but Richard would get out of his pen every once in a while. Sometimes it was from coyote scares, which Stephanie alleges this last one was. But Richard would always be like, "Okay, the coyote threat's gone," and he would come home, and then they would do more TikToks and hang out, and people would pet him and stuff. That is until this week when officers from Maricopa County Sheriff's Office found Richard and lassoed him around the neck to capture him.
Okay.
And then there's a video that I'm not going to play you because the entire video is them trying to get him via lasso into the back of a sheriff's vehicle, and they just strangled him to death, and he dies on the ground.
Okay. So
That's
this is what I was about to say, Mark. It's like similar headline would be like Humpty Dumpty escapes. Police brutally crack him in pursuit.
Right.
An emu,
Yeah,
an emu is
an emu's
50% neck. I
Right.
mean,
Yep.
Easy to
And
break.
they snapped it.
The problem here, how did the emu get out? Is who's at fault for that?
Right.
And then
She said that a coyote scared it away, and it's capable if it really wants to get out anytime.
just
it
jump
wants.
over their fence.
Yeah,
They're
it just gets out.
capable of holding their pet emu.
Right.
Okay.
it's like a medium T-shirt ostrich.
Right.
An emu.
Was the emu acting erratically and threatening
No.
any citizens? Okay.
No, they were just trying to. No, it was fine. They lassoed it and they tried to get in the car. Now they didn't know what they were doing in the video. I watched some of it, but it's pretty disturbing. This big guy in the red shirt.
Well, they were killing an emu, Mark. is
Yeah,
what-
the big guy in the red
Pretty
shirt's
much
like
they were
kind of
doing.
like instructing the whole time. And about 30 seconds after this shot,
Get the rope tighter.
after 30
They
seconds
said,
after
stop
this shot,
resisting.
yeah. After this shot on the ground here, this is like it was feet away from the car. And this shot, it's like
It's trying to get
basically
away.
They,
Tases
they,
it.
they like checked the pulse and knew it was dead.
Right,
And the big guy
yeah.
in the red shirt he walks off camera and he's like, he knows what happened. He goes, God damn it. Like he walks off camera. He's like, he killed it. Like,
Why'd you make
Was
me
the-
do that to you?
Yeah.
Was
is
that
real
one of the
secret.
owners? Was the owner there to like witness
no,
it?
that was just a guy that knew a little bit more
Cool.
about emu handling, I think, than the sheriffs. And was like, what's going on? What's going on? He's dead. Crap.
Why did you run like that? Why'd you reach for your belt like that?
Yeah.
Why'd you make me
So,
do
I
that?
think they have a case.
Oh no, that's the Maricopa fucked up there.
Authority
They
figures
should've
acting
killed that emu.
acting too aggressively. And then another one, bonus dog, aggressive authority figures. It's going to be
But they might get away with that, right? Because of like to Pat's point, it's like the cops had to catch the emu. They're not trained in dealing with emus. Like,
well,
yeah, you might get some money, but I don't know if like cops will get in trouble necessarily.
I almost ripped a video from
What's an emo cost?
one of the what's the
Good question.
channel? It's like under Discovery Channel. Like there's one like news channel that's like, you know, medium level. It's not ABC, CBS. It's but 14 million views already on YouTube from a week ago, the past week, about Stephanie Moylan explaining to them what happened in the video footage of the cops. Like it's pretty viral. They're in trouble. The public's not happy with them.
Sure.
Yeah. They're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to do something.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do
something. They're gonna have to get a new emo or something. You know, like
so okay.
Donate to emus.
2 questions about your emu. One, normally breathing. Oh, okay. Second question. You got a permit for this emu?
Does it like to play dead?
Yeah, did they have a
if
permit?
you don't have a permit for this emu,
I'm sure they did. Yeah,
they better have a
permit for this.
She's doing news stories. All right, bonus dog aggressive authority.
How much does it cost, though, Pat? Really quick.
10,000, probably 50,000.
10K. I mean, is there a market for them?
How much does the emu cost?
Cops definitely owe him an emu.
How much does the emo cost? Let's see.
Hey,
a new emo. New emo is going to cost.
Like,
it doesn't say. How much does a new emo cost?
$1,000 and $40,000. That's a huge range. 8 to 30,000.
5,500 to 9,500. So it's close. 10,000.
Dude, we should get in the emu biz.
Yeah. Breeding emus.
Eggs, are they good? Probably pretty big.
Good luck with all that. I mean, you have to learn how to wrangle them better than, you know.
Single egg omelet.
I could be an emu farmer. I think that'd be a job. But look,
single egg. How many? How long?
I joined the No Hat
period?
podcast, but check this out. Josue gave it to me. Audubon certified. See, Audubon certified. I could be our emu wrangler. If you guys,
we should get on Hive Island. That's passive income if we get a bunch of emus.
That's right. I won't mind looking after the emus on an emu ranch on Hive Island. No problem.
How long are emus pregnant for? Let's see how long these periods are.
Well, gestation period, Mark.
60 days. That's not too long for 10 grand.
Bro. Turning and burning on a 60.
You got to watch out for them Drake emus when they get horny. Them big bulls. Well, what do they call a male emu?
A mimu.
Like a
probably a cock.
An emo.
Cock. Is it a cock? Them cock emus.
I think it's just the emo.
When they get horny.
Male emus are okay. We gotta move on.
Watch out.
The bonus dog is we're going to a full.
The emu is called the cock. The male emu is the cock.
Yeah, look at him go. There's the cock. Teachers in hot water and 4th graders are being offered counseling at Academy for Innovative Education, a public charter school in Miami Springs in Florida, after they watched 30 minutes of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey in class last week. You know what that is?
Right. As Winnie the Pooh went to public domain and someone made a horror movie.
Right. They made a horror movie. Yeah.
And
then didn't China get all upset about it?
Everyone's upset. It's a slasher flick with 3% rating from critics, 50% from fans. It just came out also for free on like Hulu, which I'm about to check out. Didn't have time before the show. John Serba, a critic, says this makes you wish the Supreme Court would repeal its public domain copyright laws. He's not a fan.
Give it a shot, you know.
Apparently the kids, like the teacher was like, what movie do you want to watch? And the kids were like, Winnie the Pooh.
And he's an idiot.
And the teacher was like, okay. And he put on Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And just kind of like went back to sleep and didn't pay attention. Apparently the teacher didn't know any better. So they just found the newest Winnie the Pooh streaming thing.
Winnie the Pooh. Okay.
And the 4th graders then watched 30 to 40 minutes of Winnie the Pooh. Several scenes. It's described as there's stabbing, face ripping, neck slicing.
Dude, they love snapping. That. Oh, man.
Ripping of eyeballs out.
Dude, this happens. Yeah. Kids trick teachers. In 4th grade one time, I got to watch The Leprechaun. I remember because we got it past the teacher somehow, and we watched like 30, 40 minutes of The Leprechaun. It was awesome. We had the best day. Everybody was so happy.
Leprechaun like 2 in the Hood.
Kind of funny in the end, you know. Nobody reported it.
Well, not all these kids were cool like we were in the 90s. Apparently the eyeballs ripping out, the woman's breast visible when her top falls down, traumatized some of these kids, because a woman says that her twin 4th graders need counseling now after watching this.
They're 10 years old.
Oh, they're being some real Eeyores.
Yeah,
they're being some real Eeyores.
I mean, they saw a horror movie. put it in perspective.
It'll be
weren't,
fine.
weren't we all watching Sneaking Friday the 13th and all that stuff?
Do they need counseling after seeing something that like 90% of their classmates have seen?
She, as parent Michelle Diaz said, her twin nerds were traumatized from the viewing.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably real small guys. Probably not popular on the kickball field.
One way to get bullied is to have your mom complain about the Winnie the Pooh viewing.
Right.
Right.
Wow. My weak immune system boys are very upset.
Yeah. They almost threw up their gluten-free lunch.
Yeah.
Man,
they spat their almond milk out of their noses.
Yeah.
There weren't enough resources to go around in the womb. They had to share. That's why they're small. Okay.
Teachers not getting fired.
I've been drinking almond milk though. It's pretty delicious. I've been enjoying it.
It's honest mistake.
Guys, let's get into you guys want to get to the best DUI of all time?
We do. We got one more thing though to discuss before.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a good tease.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the best gift you can possibly give. Because if you're anything like me, you're horrible at gift giving. Like honestly, I might be the worst gift giver of all time. That is until I found Paint Your Life. So dad, he's impossible to get a gift for, but dad, he likes mom, loves mom, as do I. So dad, he gets a wedding photo of him and mom from their wedding in the 70s, and it makes up for every coffee mug I ever got him for the past 20 Christmases. Hey, another Starbucks gift card and coffee mug. I know you like coffee. That's about my extent of gift giving for dad. Not
Loves
anymore.
it, drinks it every morning, dad does.
Now he's got Paint Your Life wedding photo from the 70s. Everyone's happy. I'm better than my sister all of a sudden gift giving. And hey, you can get a special gift for your parents or your girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband or friend too with Paint Your Life. With Paint Your Life, a hand-painted portrait's easy to create. It fits almost any budget and is a great gift idea for those you love. You know, you get it transforms your photos. You can put multiple photos together from your phone. It doesn't have to be one photo. You can find photos from the internet and get them put them together. You get professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo for a sentimental holiday gift. Use their compilation service and upload multiple photos. Like I was saying, lots of options. Customize your experience with a payment plan that works for you as little as 10% down. That's awesome. It's really affordable. It's a really user-friendly, easy platform. I know, Pat, you got one. Will's already shown his awesome photo painting. Pat, you got one coming, right?
Oh, I got one coming.
Nice. We'll show you that. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till the people see that one.
It's very distinguished.
Blow some minds.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the perfect holiday gift. It's meaningful, personal, and always heartwarming. This holiday season, you can give the most meaningful gift you've ever given from paintyourlife.com, and there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, and your money's refunded if you don't love it. Guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping of a freaking painting. To get this special offer, text the word FACTOR to 87204. That's FACTOR to 87204. Text FACTOR to 87204. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details. Text FACTOR to 87204.
Do it. Best gift you can give.
Guys, I wish that Key West was here because that's where we're going. We're going all the way down to Key West.
Fantastic.
Never made it to the Keys. Sadly, one of the things I regret most in my life is not making it to Will's bachelor party.
It was
I
a
had
fun time.
$0 at the time.
Key West.
Wish I could have been there.
We did some partying for you.
I did. I did map the trip out though because I did want to go, and I looked at the flight options, and I was super surprised at how you get out to Key West.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a long ass bridge. If you've ever flown
we flew amazingly all the way into Key West, which is unusual. Usually you fly to Miami and drive in, but yeah,
all the way down that raised highway. Yeah.
That's right. But if you don't, you're going to go to Key Largo. Ever heard of it? Beach Boys. Then you're going to pass on the bridge. Tavernier, okay? And then Isla Morada, okay? And then you're going to hit Marathon. That's a big island. Then Big Pine Key. Key West at the end. Wait, back up. In between Marathon and Isla Morada is a little island. Doesn't really show up on the map. That's Duck Key, guys. You ever heard of Duck Key?
Like Ducky, except 2 words.
That's right. Ducky, baby. Ducky.
Is that where they filmed that HBO show about the family?
I
With the
think
Friday
it's
Night
called
Lights
Bloodline.
coach. Yeah.
I don't know if they filmed there because it doesn't have a lot of infrastructure, Mark. I would doubt it. It's 405 acres. It's a small little situation.
Okay.
It's technically an unincorporated community in Monroe County, Florida.
Okay.
And I think there's maybe 700 residents there. And it's weird.
700 acres. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, it's
you gotta
plenty
keep
of
in mind
space,
a lot
but
of that. A lot of that's gonna be beach too, right? You can't live on the beach.
Right. But it could be. I mean, you're gonna know everybody, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, and
Right.
there's a couple.
Small island. Yeah.
There's a couple resorts there. It's a small island. It's definitely it's
One,
the first
one
time
or
I
two
ever heard of it.
restaurants. Yeah.
Bigger than Conch Key, way smaller than Marathon. I guess in some places in America, in islands, people can own islands, and I don't mean like a private island, because this isn't a private island. This is a public island. Like, it's public land. The streets are maintained by Monroe County, but I guess someone can own it. Okay.
Well, that makes sense, because we know you can buy islands, but also can't you own highways? Like, aren't some highways like privately owned, and you have to pay like strips of highway?
Privately owned by the state.
Okay.
you could own everything
sometimes.
around it probably, and then like
Right.
the state has the domain over the actual road, right?
Right. Well, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter, guys, because Stephanie Bloodworth, okay, this gal right here. Hello.
Wow. She sounds rich.
She is rich,
Yeah.
bro. She's Tesla rich. She's 24. And back in February 2022, she was a drinking. But don't worry, doesn't matter. Her dad owns the island. He owns Duck Key. Okay.
Convenient. Okay.
Then she's fine.
She's fine. Stephanie's had quite a
Bloodworth's own Duck Key. Wow.
The Bloodworths own Duck Key, guys, and Stephanie's had a pretty good life, I'd say. Okay, she went up to old New York City for school. Went to the Parsons School, pretty famous fashion program. If you ever heard of, if you ever met a gal who didn't know what the hell she wanted to do, but kind of liked clothes and was rich, she went to Parsons School. You know what I'm talking about? I'm thinking maybe you go to New York, study fashion at Parsons. Okay, cool. None of them ever do fashion. That's okay. That's okay.
Just-
That's what rich.
Meet other rich people.
That's what rich girls do. Well, they drop
Right.
out, and I think that's what Stephanie did. I think she dropped
Do
right
cocaine.
out, guys.
They do cocaine.
She definitely developed some sort of drug habit
Hardly
from her own admission. I don't know what that is, but I think she developed some sort of drug habit, and she's back. Her dad
Easy
again,
to do in New York. That's a fun city to
It's
party.
a class they have at Parsons.
Oh, big time.
Cocaine.
They got a
101.
huge class at Parsons.
Yeah.
How to drop out on cocaine.
Professor's apartment.
Yeah.
102.
Yeah, at 1:02 a.m.
Can you come back? Look at this photo she took. I like this. Who knows where it is? It looks like where the Sacklers eat dinner. It's just a photo. Like, it's one of her photos. Maybe she took it in
Buried
New
some
York.
bodies.
Her with wine in a very nice like dining room with a beautiful original painting behind her. Yeah.
Right. That was her. That was right before she dropped out. Anyway, so she's
That's
back in Florida.
Tuesday. She hashtag Tuesday.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, guys, because she's doing other things. Okay, her dad, as I said, owns the island, and he
Busy
thought,
owning islands. Yeah.
he thought, well, my gal did go up there and study fashion at Parsons. Now she dropped out; she didn't finish, but let's get her a boutique. Why don't we get her a little boutique? And that's what they did. They
Down here on
opened
the
a
island.
business.
Keep my eye on her. Right here on my island.
A lot of customers in that island, huh? What do you say? 700 people.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I don't know if it
Sounds
was on
like
the island.
Daddy wants to keep his eye on her.
I don't know if it was on the island. It could have been in Miami. That's where the business address is.
It
Look,
probably
it's
should be in Miami. Yeah, yeah.
Guys, it's one of dozens of companies owned by her father, William Bloodworth. Companies like Duck Key Fishing Club Company,
Billy
Old Cutler-
Bloodworth.
Old Cutler Palms Homeowners Association. His wife's name
Old
is
big
Madeline.
balls Bill Bloodworth.
Guy's a businessman.
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman. That's really.
Bill Bloodworth. Bill Bloodworth, who owns Duck Key. He's a businessman, guys. These are just some of his limited liability corporations.
Holy shit.
He owns Madeline
Taxes
LLC.
are a nightmare for this guy. This is why rich people get away with taxes, because no one wants to audit that crap.
No, 85
Yeah.
companies. Yeah.
No.
Guys, he owns William and Madeline Bloodworth LLC, Madeline Bloodworth LLC, Life Care Solutions at Palm Beach, Duck Key Fishing Club, Bloodworth Boutique LLC.
He's never paid a dime to the IRS, this guy.
The officer on that boutique, Stephanie, the daughter, Old Cutler Palms, Elevate Eco. Who knows? There's just a lot of
A lot of that
companies here,
stuff's
guys.
write-offs, Mark. So I mean, it evens out.
Yeah, exactly. It's all he's
That's how
donating.
Big
to
Balls Bill
charities.
does it.
Yeah. Looks like we're broke even again. I don't know you. You don't know me. Case closed.
Did you say that my LLCs are all completely searchable on the internet on a really great resource website called
Oh,
Open Corporates?
you have to go to Duck Key to collect money from Bill Bloodworth, and that's
You think you're not going to get shot by Bill and his goons?
Look, I know Stephanie had problems up there at Parsons, okay, but we got her down here. We got her the boutique. We got her the Tesla, and she's 3 years sober, okay? No more of that cocaine stuff.
Hey, boys, the IRS man's here. Give him a warm welcome.
Most of my money came in from Elevate Eco. I did get some money from JWBSR LLC. Ooh, a little bit from Architectural Image Manufacturers LLC. Madeline LLC paid me a little bit. Life Care Solutions of Palm Beach paid me a little bit. Ooh, Bloodworth and Associates, so that paid me a little bit. Masterpiece Initiative got a little bit from that, and it goes on, guys. But you got to have a lot of dough to own an island, and you got to have companies to get a lot of dough. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple.
He's
So Stephanie's got a Tesla. Okay, she's 24. She's a dropout. She's got the boutique. I guess this guy got in the healthcare business, some sort of nursing home situation. She moonlighted there. She had a lot of jobs. Okay, she didn't last, and she got a little drunk. Well, let me reserve my right to say that. She was driving around her dad's island, February 2022. She got pulled over. Okay. I guess someone had called the cops because it said, man, this Tesla is driving all over the lawns. It's swerving. It almost hit a tree. So, in a very small island. I don't know if you've ever been down there. My uncle used to live on an island like this. The cops would come over like once a day for an hour. But I guess the cops happen to be on the island. So it's not hard to find her. So cop pulls her over. She stops at the stop sign. And this is what happened, guys. So what I'm going to play for you is the best DUI stop of all time. Again, should it have happened? I don't know. It was on the island her dad owns.
Yeah.
You need to come over here right now.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to. You're running from me.
I did not. I'm right here.
Yeah. Get out of the vehicle.
So
You got
she got back in her car.
bro. I own this.
Actively
island.
resisting.
I own this island and drives
Okay, now
off.
she ran.
She
He
sped
chased
away
her to
from
another
that.
stop sign.
She stops again.
Stop me over. Oh my God, Dad! They're arresting me!
She's on the phone with her dad.
No, dude! What are you
Now,
doing?
she's fled the police 2
Fucking
times.
Resist.
I saw the whole video.
What are
She
you
went on
doing?
like a 3-minute, 80-mile-an-hour speed chase before she stopped again.
Dad, they're arresting
Yeah.
me!
So now she's
Stop resisting!
telling Bill. Bill's like, oh, shit.
Dad! Dad!
She's screaming into the phone.
Why are you doing this?
One detained.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Female officer comes over to help out.
Hey!
Hey!
You are not gonna kick me. This is not okay.
Stephanie tries to kick her.
We're just out
Can
here.
I call
The
my
best 20-minute
father?
video I've ever seen.
He owns the island.
5111, you can
Okay.
release the air.
Call my father.
I'm not calling your dad.
Then what are you
How
gonna
old
do?
are you? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, 24. We don't need to call your dad.
Good point. Yeah.
And my dad's gonna be here right now to tell you for.
So
Listen, until you slow your ass down.
Can you
and
just
you
talk to my dad?
No,
I'll
I'm
give
not
you-
talking to your dad.
He's
You're a
right
20.
here.
You're a 24-year-old
Right.
adult.
Yeah,
wanna try and get her out?
I'm on his property.
She's on
I
the
don't
ground.
really care.
She's in the middle of the road on his property.
Right. Florida Street.
You're 24 years old. I am not calling your dad.
I'm here on my dad's property.
You're in the middle of the road.
You need to talk to my father and stop holding me like this.
You're 24 years old. You're an adult. You
I
don't
don't
need your
care.
dad.
This is his property.
It's not. We're on the. We're on.
Why are you doing this?
Because he fled.
She fled
Why
twice
are you doing
Ma'am.
this?
at high
Dude,
speeds.
just coming from one of his houses to the other.
After saying ha ha
need
and
to know
locking
if
the door and
I
driving
need to
off.
bring my dad on
No,
site.
no.
Dad!
Ma'am.
Dad!
is he there?
Yeah.
He's arrested.
I've been living on this island for 3 years. Why do you do this to me now? I don't get it.
She's drunk driving and driving away from the cops.
It's the greatest 20 minutes I've ever seen. She's
Yeah, guys. Yeah, she. It was. I mean, it's the best. She fled
she
so
doesn't
hard.
remember, she denies fleeing the scene twice. And the female cop's like, she goes, who was behind me? Who saw me fleeing the scene? She goes, it's all on video. She goes, I didn't flee the scene. Like she's so drunk she doesn't remember any of it. She's completely blacked out the entire
Now
time.
she says, Mark, she's been sober for 3 years. Okay.
Well,
Or at least that's
did
what
you not
she
see what
tells-
she blew? After 2 hours later, did you see what she blew?
Yeah, it was absolutely insane.
0.27, 2 hours
right.
after the arrest.
That's high. Which honestly, she handled herself well because she wasn't slurring as much as you'd think someone would be slurring for 0.27.
Yeah.
But
well, it's higher because that was 2 hours after.
She was as confident as somebody that drunk you would expect.
0.3.
She really was. Yeah. And I sped a lot of video up. So if you just heard that, she was absolutely resisting when you heard stop resisting.
Yeah.
And it's never been more clear. I've never seen a police chase. The cop was giving her so much leeway because he pulled her over. Yeah. She got back out of her car, got in her car, laughed at the cop, said, "You fucked up. I own this island." Drove away for another 6 minutes of just straight chase.
Super high speeds, dude. He was like, "You could have killed someone." She goes, "I did see one family crossing, and I stopped for them,
but I didn't kill you, did I?" Okay, so what happens when Dad arrives? What happened when
he tries to get her out of cuffs? I mean, but probably to no avail because she did all the street violations, right?
Look, I'm a William J. Bloodsworth guy, okay? And I'm glad that he owns this island, okay? Because he doesn't have time to parent, but he does have time to give shrewd advice in the moment. Here we go.
You don't need to ask why. You don't need to do anything except know that you're going to jail and you'll deal with this tomorrow. Stop.
Yes!
Why am I going to jail?
Because you were speeding, you ran stop signs.
Where was I speeding?
Well, that's a problem.
This is 1429.
Well, do they know?
It's a problem if you don't know. Do they?
And Dad's
they
gone.
know?
Yeah, they had
the
it
cops
all on video.
The cops later. I tried to find it. The best part. I've never seen this before. We've seen a lot of videos where a parent rolls up to a kid who's getting arrested for DUI, but I've never seen the cop go to the other cop, "I feel bad for the dad."
Yeah, you can tell by his demeanor it's not the first time he's had to deal with her bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Right. He's been trying to get her to stop doing this for a long time. Probably 22 of those 24 years. And
that's what I was saying. She's been living on the island for 3 years. He's trying to do everything he can to keep her, get her a boutique. He probably pays customers to come in and be like, "Wow, your clothes are amazing." And they just buy clothes from her on his dime. It's just him buying it. He's trying to keep her in the area because she's a fucking mess.
The cops did him a favor with this one.
Yeah.
She needed a little bit of a wake up call.
They showed her a lot of restraint. Pat sped it up, but it's 20 minutes, and they showed a lot of restraint. Yeah.
So if you want, you just Google Stephanie Bloodworth, go to videos, watch it on YouTube. It's fantastic. It's just, it'll make your goddamn day. It'll make your day. And look, I don't know whether he owns the island. Okay, for the best I can tell is he may have developed one of either the resorts or a community there. So I don't know. Okay,
he's a player. He's a player on the island. If he doesn't own it, yeah,
right.
And he doesn't pay taxes. We know that. Anyway, sorry for going long. That's the show. Should we get the wheel up?
I don't think we did.
Oh, I think someone. We got a 3-man tomorrow, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I guess just get out there and have yourself a great fucking day.